All right, we're in. Hot diggity dog. Bring me the dollar. Playing as the Chinese, Shiroiishi as the Knights Templar. What a dramatic series of events it's already been. All right. Templar headquarters. The Knights Templar, a very fascinating civilization. I really like the design of the Knights Templar. Is it the strongest civilization in the game? I don't think so. But all the mechanics of this civ are so unique and varied. The pilgrims, the wood gathering that is overpowered for water maps. When you have a water map, you just have to pick Knights Templar. No water maps in this weekly tournament though, so we're looking good on that front. Looks like a pretty standard build order. Head over to our Chinese friend, and they have got a mill, which they are supervising, I would imagine, or will soon supervise. No supervision. No supervision necessary. These boys know what job to do, you know. These fellas, they've been practicing, you know. All right. KT player already chopping a little wood. And it doesn't appear that we have any Dark Age Barak action on the merchant camps. Let's see. Bring me the dollar. Just does not want to put out an Imperial official. Just not going to do it. It's not happening. The KT player gathering quite a bit of wood. And it sort of makes you wonder, you know, what sort of nefarious scheme they might have cooking up. And the merchant camps gone. Somebody claim it? No, it's gone unclaimed. Here we go.
The idle villager said whoop whoop, you are back, Ghost.
I am. I was pulling a couple 80, 100-hour work weeks for the past couple weeks, past month and a half, doing typical American things, you know, working an insane amount of overtime for really no good reason. Maybe I just felt bad, you know. I donated my time to the company, you know, the struggling Fortune 500 company I work for. But hey, you know, it is what it is. God bless shift work. You know, thank your local shift worker. It looks like our Chinese friend is going up with the Imperial Academy, the Academy of the Empire. Now, the Chinese have some very interesting mechanics with their civilizations. It's very difficult for low elo players to get their heads around those mechanics. You have the Imperial officials, so you got to sort of move with your villagers. They can supervise production. They collect taxes. A very, very strong unit. Imperial Academy. Alternative to this would be the Barbican, which is like a big fortress. And it looks like we've sent a villager to come grab this merchant camp. Interesting. And on the Knights Templar side, we're aging up with the Kingdom of France. We've gathered an insane amount of wood, an insane amount of gold. I don't know what this is looking like, but it's looking pretty rough for our Chinese player, possibly. Shiroiishi is pulled off of food because they don't really need it right now. Bring me the dollars out here. All right. No imperial official on queue yet, just yet. Now would be the time to have him with this mill. I would think you could get these. You get refunds on your technologies.
Said maybe you should do like a prediction quest for us to guess who LL win before the match.
I don't know what that means, man. I don't know what a prediction quest is. I don't know what a quest is. I don't know these things, man. I'm not a knowing person. I'm a doer, all right? I'm not a thinker. And it appears that Shiroiishi is also a doer, pumping out double stables. We're going to see a Chevalier rush, and it looks like they are both rallied onto this merchant camp.
Said I don't know either, haha.
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff that you could do on Twitch, you can only really do like when you're like a partner or whatever. You know, I just do these broadcasts occasionally. Look at all these sheep. Holy cow. Dude, the Chinese are... He's doing a little dance. Look at him. He's moving. And these guys are both... that one's on the lumber camp, and this guy... Dude, these... What? I've never looked at these Imperial officials this close. Look at him. He's like all hunched over and stuff. What a freak. All right. Bring me the dollar. Running a little low on food. What are they doing? I actually don't know what they're doing. They got a barracks out. That's good. That'll help against this double stable opening.
Said they are hilarious.
Dude, they're just chilling. They're doing the Carlton dance. All right. That Chevalier is going to go chase that scout around. Yeah, there you go. Maybe you'll get him. Good luck. And that was the last we saw of Sir Scouts-a-Lot. He killed those scouts. It looks like Shiroiishi is about to run out of food. They're going to have to expand shortly, or they're going to have to go into farms. Farm transitioning with Knights Templar is not the worst thing in the game, you know. Honestly, farm transitioning on lower leagues is really not that bad at all. When you get into like, you know, Platinum, Diamond, Conqueror, they absolutely punish your farm transition. You just die whenever you try to transition. But, yeah. It's interesting how this game works, because if you watch some of the Age of Empires 2 players in like that gameplay, they do not treat food resources the same way as like Age of Empires 4 players. They you know, usually double, triple, quadruple TC up in Age of Empires 2. Then they build a whole bunch of farms. I was watching a T90 official guy, some game he casted, and there was some player that he was watching that like refused to build farms and was just going for the hunt. And I was like, that makes sense. And T90 was like, yeah, this is like absolutely what you should not be doing. Like, there's no reason to do this. So, Age of Empires 4 very different in that respect. And both players just sort of chilling in the base. Now, Enlightened Horizon. Oh, we got Pro Scouts. Okay. So Bring Me the Dollar is going to be set up really well for possibly castle transitioning. Shiroishi's got some knights, but not really doing too much with them. Okay. Hey, do whatever, man. A lot of industry in this area. There's a bustling little burg that Bring Me the Dollar's got here. He's got some spearmen out here to defend it. These are like the town guard, right? There's the village where everybody lives. This kind of reminds me of that game Jade Empire. If you guys ever played that. That game was a classic. And this guy's just watching this mine, just shimmying, man. Look at all these Imperial officials he's got, dude. He's got to be raking in the dollars, man. Raking in the money. We got the merchant camps. The wolf dens have remained untouched. The Chevaliers might be a decent use of your time to go out there and deal with those if you are Shiroiishi. Shiroiishi is going to go get himself another gold mine. Going to build some walls. And Bring Me the Dollar. He's decided to engage the enemy, sending out a scouting force, an expeditionary regiment. And meanwhile, Shiroiishi just narrowly avoids the spears and decides to move into the back line. Never mind, decides to hang out at the merchant camp. He's going to decap that quick with all those guys. And, oh yeah, the spearmen are after the pilgrims. This is violence. Will this provoke a counter response from Shiroiishi? Shiroiishi says no, you can have him. He says, I don't care. Bring Me the Dollar well ahead in population. Knights Templar, they do lose some villagers just from their age-up mechanic. They lose about 3 villagers from that. But it appears that Shiroiishi might have missed some production. Possibly. But you know, it is what it is. The food's hard to come by. You know, have you seen the price of eggs? It's outrageous. Shiroiishi, I think they're in, you know, Germany, but the name is Japanese. You know, the price of rice in Japan is outrageous. I think it's like $6 for a pound or something like that, which is like meat prices. See, this is why you guys tune into the Low Elo Legends broadcast. It's for global economic news. And these spearmen are just whacking these pilgrims, man. These are some... They have hate in their hearts, man. Like, they do not want these pilgrims to make it. We are building a barbican to defend this merchant camp. All right, Bring Me the Dollar appears to be setting himself up in a very, very good position. Going to be able to go castle, no problem. Right now, it looks like they've got a military advantage. Shiroiishi, double stables, but not producing out of either of them. And that'll happen. You know, we're going for our farm transition. Again, not the worst thing in the world of the Low Elo Legends, but it looks like we're going for that Wolfden now. Good show, good show. Got to be careful not to lose these Chevaliers to these wolves. These are dangerous animals. And, you know, you could die of rabies. There's a lot of... Oh, we got action! Pilgrims once again being attacked by these barbarous spearmen. Yeah, and Bring Me the Dollar is doing a really good job of locking down these pilgrims, locking down these merchant camps. Shiroiishi using those knights to do a little behind-the-scenes shenanigans. Taking out some of these Wolfdens for the gold. He doesn't really need gold, but it's always nice to deny the enemy, right? Anyway, Bring Me the Dollar. Looks like they're ready to age up. They're going up with the astronomical clock tower. We're going to see some knobs today. Nest OBs. And I believe that our friend has looked away from his knights, and he might lose a few knights to these wolves. Look at all those wolves. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like a bunch of like knights just rode out and like just started slapping wolves with like swords and stuff? Can you imagine that? That'd be crazy. Uh-oh. Looks like we got to dive. Bring Me the Dollar is diving while aging up. Typically something that you shouldn't do, but I mean, Bring Me the Dollar's in a really good spot to do this. Here come the spearmen. Archers do counter spearmen, but not that many. You need about 8 or 9 archers to one-shot these spearmen. And these spearmen are just, the mass is too much. All right, the knights are coming back to try and defend. TC is garrison. TC's throwing some fire out there. And the knights are going to get melted. Bring Me the Dollar just brought him the pain instead. We got the mill getting burned. Workers sent back to work, but only because we're running out of resources. All we have are stables. There's an archery range somewhere. Where is the archery range? Is that something? Oh, it's right there. It's nestled at the foot of this hill. It's a very aesthetically pleasing archery range. The Chevalier are fighting the horsemen, but the spearmen are still being... Oh, you know what? I mean, this could be a pretty decent little defense here. But the problem is this whole time... Well, I guess Shiroiishi's been producing villagers, but Bring Me the Dollar has killed 18 villagers. That's a pretty impactful economic lead. So this is all going to get cleaned up, but we got more horsies on the way, and we've got lancers. That's bad news. Nothing Shiroiishi currently has fielded is going to be capable of dealing with this lancer.
So
Yeah.
Ed Mars. Said hello, nice to see you back.
What's going on, brother? Yeah, it's good to be back. Finally got a few days off work, so I'm able to spend it right here with the people most important to me, the Rising Empire's Low Elo Legends community. All right. Yeah, Bring Me the Dollar still locking down this spot. Did a ton of damage to Shiroiishi.
Solarize Ed Mars. Said haha great.
Looks like we're, yeah, mass and lancers, and that's the thing to do. A second town center coming up for Shiroiishi. I think that might be a bit optimistic, but you got to do something to get back in the game. Yeah, that lancer's really going to be the problem. Man, you got to really deal with that. And here come the scouts to abduct the Knights Templar's deer. And away they go. All right, Shiroishi's army gets cleaned up once again. The archers are coming out, but the archers are going to get mopped up by these horsemen, spearmen. And this fortress will sadly remain unfinished. This could be the death dive. This appears to be the death dive. Because now we have Lancers under TC fire, and they're going to sit there all day. They don't mind. It's like a gentle breeze, like a soft tickle. The fortress has been dealt with, and now all that remains is to destroy the Templar headquarters and call it good game. But Shiroiishi not ready to throw in the towel quite yet. They might have some hope that if they can hold off this wave of enemy troops, they can come back and do something. The optimism from these players is always admirable. Unfortunately, yeah, Bring Me the Dollar knows exactly what to do in this situation. It's going to bring you the Rams. Going to bring you the pain. And where are these guys going? Where are they going? Where are you going? Where are they going? Over here? And then they're going over here. Ah, they're going to build a big keep right here by these sacred sites. And then they're going to make Bring Me the Dollar deal with that. But I think Bring Me the Dollar's on the prowl. He's looking. I think he saw the villagers heading this way. No, I guess he didn't. All right. The sneaking mission over here is... Come on, come on, man. All right. Here come the Rams. The Ram, singular. Oh wow, they're still making knights. They're doing their best to defend this, but I think it's probably going to be all for naught. Yeah, taken down to about 14 villagers. Oh, the wolves! The wolves! Forgot about the wolves. Okay. And the villagers are now, they've abandoned this position. They're fleeing for their lives. And the Ram is going to do some work over here. This fortress actually might go up. And if it does, I think that'd be great. This TC went up. That's good. Yeah, and Shiroiishi taps out. Wisely taps out. I think that's an unwinnable situation. Well, Shiroiishi, excellent attempt, a valorous attempt. Bring Me the Dollar, however, was simply the better player this game.